Hi friends, Ashley Berges here, and today I want to talk about feeling isolated. I want to talk about feeling lonely, and I think that a lot of us feel that way. According to the Surgeon General recently, he stated that it's not cancer or heart disease anymore that kills the most Americans. It is being lonely and feeling isolated. And that's why I began doing the Celebrity Perspective, and that's why I'm also beginning its sister show, the Celebrity Perspective, the Texas edition. And the reason why I'm doing this is because I think oftentimes we feel as though our issues are unique, one of a kind to us, and that we're the only ones suffering from this pain. We feel like we're the only ones doing this, nobody else is going through it. How do I overcome it? How do I deal with it? And I want to bring up an idea right now is that oftentimes, I don't know if you've ever been to the grocery store and you go to the grocery store and you have like 5 or 6 things in your head, right? You got to get milk, bread, whatever, the list is. And you get there and you get only like 4 or 5 of the items. You forget at least 2 of them. And why is that? It's because you can only keep so many thoughts in your head and actually remember them. And when we're going through stress and strain in our life, when we're going through ups and downs, overcoming adversity and dealing with all in between, we have a tendency of either not being able to understand exactly what's going on, not being able to actually process the situation at hand, or not being able to come up with the right strategy to overcome the situation. Why is that? Is because we're actually internalizing a lot of stress, anxiety, and other things that don't allow us to really find a solution. Instead, it just points to more problems in our life. One thing that I actually work with my clients in doing is creating a diary of sorts, a journal that you can begin doing instantaneously to put your thoughts on paper, because sometimes we don't have a sounding board as an actual person in our life, because a lot of us, when we talk to people about the situation at hand, it's someone who's directly affected by the way we react or the way we respond. And so oftentimes you getting help and finding your true authentic self gets in the way of their motivation or what they want you to do. And so beginning a journal today, writing down some of your thoughts and feelings about what's going on in your day-to-day life, things that you're overcoming, situations that you're currently involved in, really puts things into perspective. And it takes all those ideas out of your head and all the stress and puts them on paper. So not only can you see what you're going through, but it allows your mind to catch up and allows it to think about other things instead of that exact particular situation. And I don't know about you, but I know mostly for a fact that we can't compartmentalize really anything in our life. So if something's going wrong in our marriage or in a relationship or with our children or at work, it's going to basically fester and get into every other angle of our life. Another thing about doing this show that I find very interesting is that I feel that we as humans need to communicate with other humans to understand where we stand in this world, to get a better perspective, to understand from other people's faults, from understanding from other people's things that they've done in their life that wasn't the best, and from learning the hard way. And I've changed a lot of my thoughts since I was a child. I was raised by some really great parents, and every parent has the faults, and everybody has issues that they overcome. But I've learned that throughout those years, I was able to create my own perspective by learning the hard way, by going through the process, by overcoming adversity, by doing all those things, but also feeling alone at many times and feeling scared about making that next step into a new reality. And I find that very interesting as well. Another thing that I want you to take from this show is being able to see people that have a combination of successes, failures, being able to pull themselves up off the ground and get back into living, as well as being able to experience the fact that in our technological world, we have a tendency of kind of taking ourselves out of the living and becoming a spectator when we don't even realize it because of the technologies that we have at our fingertips, i.e. our smartphones. And if you can realize when you're doing that in life, and you can realize when that's actually happening, you have a greater chance of really catching up and connecting with the world around you. And so a good thing that you can begin to do to feel less isolated is that when you are with people, stay off the phone. Stay off the phone, because you can connect with the real people that are right there in the real world with you at this exact moment. Another thing that's also interesting that you can begin to do is have a support group, have an accountability partner. If you're going through something that you're having to overcome, quitting smoking, leaving a relationship that's abusive or not actually helping you grow, but it's actually holding you back, finding someone that you can communicate with, finding someone that's also either in the same boat or has overcome that, or you're actually going to help each other overcome a situation, that allows you to have an accountability partner that goes a long distance and helping you to do something you need to do. A good example and a simple example is two people that want to start working out, right? Two people that want to start working out, that want to lose weight, that want to get healthier, combine together to be the accountability partner for one and the other, making it where, you know, you want to be there, you want to lose the weight, you want to get into the gym because you got somebody that's holding you accountable. And so that's always something good to look for, and somebody that you can actually talk with and communicate with, because what we want nowadays is more human contact. Less technology, more human contact. So when you're watching this video, think about the people that you haven't seen in a long time. Think about the people that you haven't talked to on the phone in a long time. Pick up that phone, call them, see if they can meet up, and start making those contacts again so that you are surrounded by people that care about you and vice versa, and you don't feel alone. Last but not least, realizing the fact that we all do have issues and we all have to overcome some sort of adversity. And I feel that a lot of that stuff has come into our situation in our life because we are strong enough to deal with it, but also there's a lesson that we were supposed to learn, and that lesson will triumph us to the next level of success, because I think we're all here and we're all destined for success. We just have to realize that and motivate ourselves and realize the world really isn't against us, but we got to focus on what we can change, let go of the things we can't change, and really begin to see ourselves as the true soulful person that we are. I hope you like the Celebrity Perspective, the Texas edition. I think it's going to be a lot of fun, and you're going to meet a lot of amazing people from all across Texas, which is going to be really nice. And it's going to be a great show that complements the Celebrity Perspective that airs this fall here on Amazon Prime original series. In the meantime, if you have some comments that you'd like to add to the thread, I'd love to hear from you. If you are dealing with a situation right now, whether it's overcoming adversity in one way or another, or dealing with stresses in your family life, personal life, at work, please add those to the thread as well, and I'd love to be able to help in any way, shape, and form. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and let me know some videos and some content that you'd like me to touch on and discuss, because, you know, this channel is about you and for you, and it's about connecting us together and uniting us in a community, because that's what this channel is about, is a community where it's a safe place to communicate and talk about things that are important to you and things that you want to talk about. Stay tuned. I've got a great video for you next week, and don't forget to live your true life today.